And hi everybody, welcome in to the Dallastown High School, the gymnasium, where today the District 3 champion for girls volleyball will be crowned between the Hempfield Black Knights and the Central York Panthers. Should be a great match of volleyball today. Hempfield has been dominant all season. Central York, though, they've been step for step as well. And I'll bring in my colleague today, Ben Marinas. Ben, what do you think we'll see on the court today?
This is going to be a great game, Kasey. For years now, Central York and Hempfield have been the cream of the crop in volleyball. Not just girls volleyball, boys volleyball. It's an excellent program for years and years. These two teams are consistently excellent. I'm expecting to see a great game here today.
Agreed on that one, and let's see. Hempfield, as we've said, they've been so dominant all season, undefeated. They've gotten here as the number 2 seed. Central York, the number 1 seed, despite a loss earlier in the year. But this should be one for the ages. Both these teams heading to states regardless of today's results. But only one will go home as the District 3 champion.
You mentioned Hempfield's dominance earlier. They have yet to drop even a single set during league or district playoffs thus far.
Yeah.
They have been on a dominant run, but this Central York team is the best team they have faced so far.
Grayson Kroiski starts with a serve, and there was a miscommunication there with the ball.
A little malfunction at the junction right there.
Yeah. Jenna Argenbright took a swing at it first, and it looked like she was expecting help but didn't get it.
Yes, Kroiski has been almost a serving specialist for the team this season.
Kroiski with an ace! Kroiski starting well. How about that?
Kroiski coming out on fire. This is what you need when it's two great teams going at it. Got to just come out swinging, get the momentum going early.
Trying to make it 3 for 3 to start set number 1. Goes right off of Argenbright, and then can't be saved, and they trip over each other. Argenbright and Eve Brink got a little discombobulated there, and Hempfield pulling away to start.
Central York is not quite looking comfortable right now. They just need to settle down a little bit. They're a good team, but you got to think maybe the lights are a little brighter than they have been, the stage a little bigger than they're used to.
Yeah. Almost another one, but taking a swing there, and it finally gets over the net for the first time today. Claire Flood puts it way off of Argenbright. Nice job by Flood getting it back over on the dig. And unable to block it with Kroiski, and getting it in the net was number 31, Sydney Johnson. Both these teams made up almost entirely of seniors in the starting lineup, and they both make an impact there.
Yeah, showing their experience there, just getting the momentum back. It's hard to come back when you're starting off slow. They made it happen there.
Alexa Shorts on the serve, and Jaylee Lugo places it perfectly in the corner for the kill.
Jaylee Lugo has been incredible for her entire career at Hempfield. As a junior, was named league MVP. This year, as a senior, ceded the award to teammate Claire Flood.
Yeah.
But she is just such a hard hitter in the middle.
No doubt. And Megan Kist with an ace. Got it over Alexa Shorts, who I think thought it was going to go out. Hempfield is firing on all cylinders right now.
That's a great start here for the Knights.
Alrighty, Christ again. Putting it up top. Going for the kill. Nice job by Cummings. And Flood puts it out. And that one goes out. Point will go to Central York. Claire Flood putting a little bit too much on it.
Yeah, out by a matter of inches there. Looked like she had some downspin on that ball, just not quite enough.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite get over top as much as she would have liked.
It's kills like that we've seen all season that have led her to the MVP. Little tap over, but it's not going to pay off, as it was blocked to the net there perfectly. I believe Johnson and Argenbright were in there, and Allie Cummings had no shot at it after that.
No, just impossible to control that ball and get it to bounce anywhere you want it to.
Alrighty, Central York starting to bring it back over. Lugo off the top of the net, sets it up, goes way up top. Argenbright trying to get it over, gets it to the second level.
Looks like Lugo got a piece of that one.
Yeah, and Lugo off the libero of Eve Brink for the kill.
Lugo got a piece of that block. She got all of that kill.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Goodness gracious. Hempfield has plenty of heavy hitters, that we know, and that we've seen all throughout their run to this point. Lugo lets it fly. A nice job by Kreider. Lugo keeps it in play, and Chris can't get under it. Man.
A miscommunication there by the Knights. Looked like there were 2 or 3 players there who had a shot to get that ball. They all thought somebody else would be going for it, though.
Yeah.
It is very loud in this gymnasium. Makes communication very difficult.
No doubt about that. 6-4 is the score in this opening match right now in favor of Hempfield. And Ulrich with the kill right in the net, and I'll tell you what, kills like that is going to hype a team up no matter when it comes from or who it comes from.
Yes, there are certain plays in every sport that just get your team fired up. A big dunk in basketball, a huge hit in football. Just a thunderous spike like that in volleyball just gets your team going.
We see Rachel Sipling in for the first time today, in for Lugo. Blocked the net off of Cummings. And then Bittner setting up Ulrich, and for the kill, Kylie Ulrich. Hempfield again, starting to pull away a little bit after a quick attack there by Central York.
For Central York, they've got to find a way to weather this storm, get the serve back, and go on a bit of a run of their own. We've seen Hempfield on 2 of those runs early here.
Yes, we have. And, any questions? That's your league MVP right there, Claire Flood, leveling the boomstick right there.
With an unconventional play there, don't normally see a spike off the first hit on your side, but Claire Flood saw an opportunity there, and it worked.
Why not? Bittner on a great serve here. Shorts there. Bittner trying to set up Sipling for the kill, but Shorts hangs on to it. Off the top of the net, Cummings has to go down and get it. Bittner, little over the top to Ulrich, and then it couldn't get over the net. And Central York will get their serve back.
It looked like Ulrich mistimed her jump a little bit there. She just got off the ground a little too early. It was already starting her descent by the time that ball was where she needed to hit it.
Argenbright on the serve. Bittner again to Ulrich, and that time it goes out.
Yes. Looked like, even if that one wouldn't have gone out, looked like a double hit was called there off that set.
Yeah. So Central York, both these teams have kind of gone on runs to start in this opening set, but that one goes out, and Allie Cummings and Megan Christ both knew it. 10-6 is the score right now. Claire Flood will be back to serve. Here in the Dallastown Wildcats Gymnasium. Grace Reichel up there. But it was blocked to the net by Ulrich. Putting it down, and I don't think Reichel was able to quite get under that before it was too late.
Ulrich, just a great job there. Great timing, got the hands together. Just excellent technique there.
This team has so much star power on it for Hempfield. But that time, Central York prevails. Nice kill by Alexis Shorts. For Alexis Shorts there. And now back for the serve is Aubrey Rensel. As we said, this Central York team made up mostly of seniors as well.
There's a lot of experience in this game on both sides of the court here.
Here's Sipling, little lollipop up over. Well, it looks like that might have been a net foul there. Or was that a carry? One of the two regardless, and Central York gets the point.
It doesn't really matter which one it was. Central York's point, Central York's serve.
Flood. So Bittner. So Ulrich for the kill!
Oh my goodness.
We've seen that several times so far in this game, and we see it again. Eve Brink had no shot at it there, the libero.
As Ulrich, apart from one early miscue, has been, at the start of this game, very well, showing her experience, not letting the big moment phase her.
Now she'll serve it as well. And that one able to not be saved by Central York, as it looks like there was a bit of a miscommunication. Running up there was Aubrey Rensel. And Ulrich trying to keep it up over. And looks like maybe another double touch there. We've seen that a couple times from Emma Bittner this season so far, and sometimes that's just things you have to learn. Bittner on this team as a junior doesn't have quite as much experience as some of these other players.
And you know, sometimes that's just something that happens once or twice. It's just a difficult thing. Ball comes at a bit of a different angle than you're anticipating. It's hard to get both hands on that ball evenly.
Jaylene Lugo with a little lollipop kill there to get it up and over. And here's Kreider. Hempfield trying to keep doing what they've been doing all season. Get out to an early lead. Cummings to Bittner. Tough flood. Blocked to the net. But stayed in play or not? No, Central York gets the point. An excellent block of the net by Sydney Johnson and Taya Shaw. Johnson a senior, Shaw only a sophomore, and they both contributed on that one. 14-10. Kreider. And Lugo at the net gets it over the blockers. Argenbright and Johnson.
Lugo really showing off the power there. Just hit it right into the defense's hands. But she's had so much power on it, even going off the hands, it still had enough mustard on it to get to the ground hard.
That did. Christ on the serve. Johnson puts it over. Bittner again to Lugo, off of Rensel. And then a little miscommunication, but they still get it over. Lugo setting up Flood for the kill. Can't do it, saved by the libero Brink. And then the kill goes to Central York there.
As painful corners there, that ball was barely in, but that's the best spot to put a ball.
Exactly. 15-11, Central York is down by 4, but they get the serve. And perfect serve there.
Great job
by Abby Stifler.
So that ball just died right in front of the Hempfield defense there. Just got down on that ball, created a lot of front spin, and that ball just going to die. It takes a lot of practice to perfect that serve.
Yeah, that it does. And again, Bittner, Lugo, able to time the jump, but believes that one went out.
And then that one just went a little bit too far. Great job by Central York there getting out of the way of that ball.
Lugo tried to put it right in the corner there, just couldn't quite get it inside that line. Central York is only down by 2 now in this opening set, 15-13. Flood, saved by Brink.
Wow, excellent dig there.
But then blocked in the net by Lugo and Bittner. They're trying to get over again. Flood and Lugo that time, and that paid off. I tell you, we've seen multiple times this season you've had Lugo over there with somebody. Usually it's been Rachel Sipling. Right now, though, it's Claire Flood, and they both contributed on that block.
Yes, hard to tell which of those two actually got that one, but really the block should go to both of them. Both of them setting up in a great spot there. And no room to hit around.
Lugo letting it fly back to the corner. And how about Ulrich at the net? Whoa! I mean, she just put her arms up and she didn't have to do anything else there. That was a perfect block.
Oh my goodness. That's just incredible timing. Just no substitute for just experience knowing that one.
Nope.
Also, Dikembe Mutombo-esque block on that one.
Morgan Minnick is in the game now as a server. We saw her in the league title game and has another role here. Here's Christ putting it up for Bittner, and then Ulrich again. And getting it, but I believe running into the net was Sydney Johnson, and the point goes to Hempfield.
Looks like Central York getting a bit unhappy here. They believe that Hempfield's been touching the net on those last 2 rallies there.
Yeah, but that's not how the refs saw it until then, and timeout taken by Central York. You don't see this Hempfield team take timeouts very often with Coach Ulrich, but Central York and head coach Casey hoping they can get this thing turned around here, because this is not a team you want to play from behind against. No doubt.
Neither of these teams are accustomed to taking timeouts. Only that's what you do when you're sort of back on your heels. You need to regroup. Both these teams have dominated most of their season. So really, there's no need for a timeout. In fact, if you're rolling, a timeout kind of hurts you. Gets you out of your rhythm a little bit.
Exactly. Alrighty, timeout ends. Morgan Minnick calls the serve. And Minnick gonna try and let it fly. Once again, puts it way back for Brink. Wow, nice hit there by Argenbright. But then Flood delivers one of her own.
Great kill there by Flood. Not sure if she was intending for it. That ball just bounced off the block's hands at such a perfect angle at the spot where nobody was covering.
Yeah. And Morgan Minnick putting together a nice little serve here so far. 19-13. 25 to win, got a win by 2, and that one just went out. Morgan Minnick tried to place it in the perfect spot and just missed by a few inches.
That was about as close as it gets there, Kasey. That was so close to being there.
Yeah. All right, Johnson on the serve for Central York, and that one is an ace. Minnick couldn't paint the line, but Johnson did, cutting the deficit to 4.
Looked like Hempfield there thought that ball was going to go out.
Ah, yeah, it was very close again.
Yeah, by the margin, Minnick's serve was out. That last serve was in.
Yep. Central York trying to get back in this opening set. Goes off. Humming's a little funny, but then Bittner just taps it over and it almost paid off. Blocked again, and Claire Flood with Ulrich there for support. Able to put it over, 20-15.
That's what you've seen here, why Flood was named league's MVP. She has been all over the place this game.
No doubt. Here's Emma Bittner. Rachel Sipling comes in for Krowiski. And now here's Bittner on the serve. 5 points toward a win in this opening set.
Some volleyball is 25 points, win by 2.
Yippers. Here's Bittner setting up Sipling off the top of everybody and then taking a swing and somehow getting it over.
It's communication there. Somehow managed to save it.
But then again, it's blocked to the net. I believe it was either, I couldn't catch it, it was either Sipling or Flood on that kill. One of the two.
That was Sipling.
I think that was Sipling.
Sipling comes from a good family of Hempfield athletes. I actually played baseball with her older brother for a few years. Very tall family, using that height to her advantage early on here.
And all of a sudden, what seems like it's been a very quick first set of volleyball, Hempfield has a chance to put it away in a matter of just a few serves. Ben Central York right now, they haven't been in this position often. What do they got to do? Try and calm their team down a little bit right now.
They just got to get some big plays. We were talking earlier how like one big monster kill can really get the momentum behind your team. They just need somebody here to step up, one of their big hitters, to just really hit a ball square and just drive it into the ground as hard as humanly possible. Get some life on their side of the court.
Yeah, no doubt. Because right now that life belongs to Hempfield and the Central York side of the gymnasium trying to get as hype as they can, but Hempfield has shown a little more energy on the field to this, or on the court to this point. And it is Bittner back to serve, 4 more to win this opening set.
Winning the first set is just so huge for volleyball. I mean, if you get that first set, you have such a huge advantage. If you lose that first set, you need to win 3 out of 4 against a very good team either way in this case.
Yes. Flood again right at the net, but that one I believe may have been was it a net foul or did it get over?
It looked like Flood there got her hands on that ball, but it just ricocheted off to the right at such an angle that it landed on Hempfield's side.
Yeah, I think you're right,
That's
actually.
a bit of an unlucky bounce there for the Knights.
Yeah, looking back at it, it was very close, but here's Reichel on the serve, having to come up to get it was Flood. Bittner to Ulrich, blocked to the net again. That time, I believe that was Emily Prowl, one of the seniors who blocked it, and Central York draws within 4.
Number 32 is the tallest player, it appears, for the Central York team, and using that right to her advantage, they're getting up for that block.
Prowler guarding that middle, but that time Ulrich got it over her. Central York keeps it in play until then. Flood and Ulrich once again, that left side of the net. And now Hempfield just needs 3 more points, and it's Claire Flood back to serve.
As this far, Hempfield has dominated at the net, both offensively and defensively. That's really allowed them to control this game so far.
Flood trying to put it over, but a nice jump by Bittner getting down there. Crisp for the kill, and now looks like it might have been a double touch there by either Bittner or Megan Crisp. I think it was Bittner.
Yes, you can hear the reaction from Central York's fans there. They all saw it. They wanted that one to be called.
Yeah.
And that time it was.
And sometimes, we talk about how many, we've seen Bittner getting a couple double touches this season, but as a setter, it's so tough sometimes to not have to hit the ball more than once. Is Chris with a nice kill, but keeping it in play. And looks like another double touch there. That time on Central York.
So the double touch is a lot more loose of a definition than you might think. If you just hit the ball more with one hand than the other, and it has a significant side spin on it, the ref's going to call that a double touch.
Yeah. Whoa, miscommunication there. between...
That's a fourth hit there for Central York.
Yeah, between Taya Shaw and Eve Brink, and they both kind of looked at each other and said, oh, we can't let that happen because now Hempfield is within 1 point of taking the first set. And it's all Rick. With the ace! Or no, was it saved? It was somehow saved by Brink.
Tips there.
Oh, I thought that was over. But Sipling ends it. Or does she? Yes, she does. Rachel Sipling put it right on Eve Brink's body, and she had no chance at it, and Hempfield takes set number 1.
Yeah, when you serve it that far into somebody's body, it is impossible to control. It's just dumb luck whether or not that ball goes where you want it to.
Yeah, that it is. All right, Ben, so what did you see that you liked there in that opening set?
Like I said earlier, Hempfield just controlling the net, just kills and blocks. They have been phenomenal thus far. One of the things they could maybe improve on just the sets. They had, I believe, 3 or 4 double hits there on that first set. If you're Central York, you got to find a way to combat Hempfield's group of just big hitters, Sipling and Lugo and Flood and Ulrich. It's just so hard to get past them and to stop them. Thus far, Central York has struggled to do either of them. You got to find a way to make something happen.
Yeah, we shall see if they can kind of keep that momentum going. So for Central York, how did they get here? Well, they came in as the number 1 seed playing Muhlenberg, and they won that in 3-0 fashion. Then they played Waynesboro in the quarterfinals, won that 3-0 fashion. They played Central Dauphin in the semifinals on Thursday right here at Dallastown Area High School, and they won that in 3-1 fashion, dropping set number 1, but coming back to win the 3 sets after that. So this is the second time we've seen Central York drop the first set. Can they come back like they did the last time? We'll have to see. Hempfield has only lost 1 set of volleyball this entire season in either regular season play, LL play, or district play. And that was actually in a Keystone Cup game against Lower Dauphin back in mid-September. So it's been a while since Hempfield has lost anything, basically.
One of the important things you mentioned there, Central York, they lost the first set and then came back to win the next 3 straight. Didn't even let it get to a set 5. So they have some experience in coming from behind. But the biggest thing is you cannot go down 2-0 to a team like Hempfield, to a team that's only dropped 1 set all season, to a team with 5 league all-stars on their roster and 2 league MVPs on that roster.
Over the past 2 years.
Going down 1 set to nothing is bad enough. Going down 2 sets to nothing would be almost insurmountable.
They knocked off Conestoga Valley in the opening round, then Dallastown in the quarterfinals, and then they got revenge against the team that knocked them out, the defending district champs, Cumberland Valley, who knocked them out in the semifinals last year, got revenge on Thursday and beat them. Now, here they are against Central York in the district final. As we said, both these teams heading to states regardless. So it's already been a great season, regardless of how this game goes for either side, but you know they want the district title very bad.
Yes, and you mentioned it. I mean, when you think about it, this game is almost meaningless. I mean, both these teams are going to states either way. I mean, it affects seeding, but they're playing for just the honor of being district champion. For everybody on both these teams, especially the seniors, that's just such a huge honor.
How about that block of the net by Emily Prowl, number 32, and Taya Shaw, number 29, both getting up there to block it and give Central York the opening point. Actually, it may have been number 22, Jenna Argenbright, instead of 32, Emma Prowl that was in there, but regardless. Great block by Central York, and the libero Brink on to serve. Sipling for the kill, putting it to Brink again. This time Brink can handle it. Cummings, Bittner, and Flood puts just a little too much on it. It goes out, and Central York takes a 2-0 advantage in set 2.
Yeah, Flood just a little too far back off the net on that one. Couldn't get that downward angle you want to get and just sent that thing a little too far.
Yeah. Flood came off a little funny, Sibling able to recover it, and then Lugo puts it over. Lugo trying to block the net, nice swing by Cummings. And then Lugo blocked to the net again, and Central York keeps it rolling. With Shaw up there and Sydney Johnson.
Well, I mentioned before how Central York needed to find a way to stop Hempfield's big hitters in the middle. Thus far, they have done just that. That's why they're out to a 3-0 start here in this set number 2.
Hempfield has had to deal with some deficits in their matches, even though they haven't lost more than one set. In some of the specific sets, they've had to deal with deficits in district play. They've had to deal with another one here. And it keeps going as Alexa Shorts makes an impact there. And Emma Bittner had no chance at it. And what about this serve that Eve Brink is putting together, the libero? 4 for 4 so far, trying to make it 5 for 5. Cummings to Bittner and to Chris, block the net, still goes over. And that one goes off Flood Funky, and she knew there was no chance there as Jenna Argenbright put a lot of power behind it.
Yeah, that might have been one you think about getting out of the way of. Looked like it could have been going out of bounds. It just got there so fast that Flood didn't have time. Just had to try to do something with it. And just impossible to play that ball.
Central York did not look like themselves in the first set, and now they make their first mistake of the set as Brink puts it into the net. That's how Hempfield gets their first point of set number 2.
With Hempfield, they need to go on a run here, serving.
Yeah.
This is almost the exact opposite of what we saw the first set, where Hempfield got an early lead and never gave it up. Central York now with the early lead.
Kroliski put it in the net, just couldn't skim it over. And so the two sides, they trade serves into the net, and Central York gets it back up 6-1 with Shorts. Cummings goes way down, take a swing at it, and then Chris just barely put it over. Flood to Bittner again, and now over to Chris. Nice job by Cummings, and then Bittner just able to place it over. Nice rally here, but it ends with a double touch. And Hempfield gets the point.
That's almost a gift there from Central York. Hempfield needs to capitalize on this one. Last time, Central York served one into the net, and Hempfield was unable to get anything going out of it.
Yeah. Chris able to put it in there, and Alexa Shorts, the other number 7, couldn't get down to take a swing at it. Chris and Lugo, the two team captains, having an impact today. Again, just puts it over. Johnson trying to kill into the net. Kroliski goes off her, and then Flood takes a shot.
Big dig there.
Yeah, really good dig. But that one will go to Central York. Nice kill there, right in the corner. I think a lot of Hempfield thought that was going to go out. It didn't. Central York gets the point.
Yes. Central York's done a great job the second half of the first set and continuing it this set of painting the corners. They're getting it right on the edges of the boundaries.
Stifler on the serve, but Lugo on the kill. Seen that a couple times, haven't we? And Ulrich will check in for Cummings, and Minnick will check in for Jaylene Lugo. And Minnick on the serve now. Second time we've seen her today. Goes off Brink a little funny. But recovered by Shorts. Ulrich to Bittner, and then Flood blocked to the net. And Chris can't get under it. Beautiful block in the net there by Sydney Johnson. And you had Abby Stifler over there as well.
Well, we haven't been calling Johnson a ton in the first set, and she has really come out firing the second set, just stopping everything at the net for Central York.
Yeah. Now Johnson on the serve. Christ. And then Flood putting a lot of power on it, but Central York does a nice job containing it. Here's Cummings to Bittner. Ulrich does a nice job trying to time her jump there. But then for the kill again. And that was Argenbright.
Hempfield, this just does not look like the Hempfield team we've seen the rest of this season. They are on their heels right now.
Yeah, it was
your territory for the Knights.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Central York, and there, Central York is second time they've come on a bit of a roll and then just put a serve into the net, but still, the damage has been done. But I was going to say, in the Central York, they didn't look like the Central York team, I think, that they've been used to the entire part of the season. Now, Hempfield, they don't look like the team that we expected in the second set.
It was a long game. You had a lot of time to make up ground.
How about that shot by Rachel Sipling right in the net? Off of Eve Brink. Tell you, Sipling is, I don't think she's been targeting Eve Brink with those hits. That's about the third or fourth time we've seen her kill it right into Brink's body, and there you go.
Brink stole her lunch money or something?
Yeah, really. I mean, how about that ace from Emma Bittner to get Hempfield within 2?
This is the kind of run the Knights needed. Even though they're not in the lead yet, they've closed the gap here. This game is much more competitive. They've got some life now.
Yeah, that they do. Flood trying to make something happen in the net. Bittner does a nice job getting under it. And then Sipling again for Brink, who's able to control it. Argenbright goes off Sipling, weird, and Chris can't get under it. That time Eve Brink might have gotten the best of Rachel Sipling there, but a nice job by Jenna Argenbright.
You saw Chris there getting full extension, just fingertips away from getting to that ball. Just beautifully placed there.
Yeah. 10-7 in favor of Central York, and they have the serve here. Grace Rochelle, one of 7 seniors on this team, all of which have a playing role. Flood, Bittner. Ulrich off the top of the net with 3 defenders there, and gets it to trickle over all of them.
And sometimes those are the toughest balls to play, ones that just hit the net and take some sort of odd bounce. You're not used to playing a ball that just hangs in the air like that.
Yeah. All right, here's Flood. Into the net. You can tell that one, I think, came off just a little funky there.
Yeah.
Not enough height on it.
Just couldn't quite get that toss the way she wanted it.
Yeah. And those mistakes may have been mistakes that were made throughout the season, but they're so much more magnified here on this stage. And Hempfield gets it right back. That serve goes out.
Great read there by Flood.
Yeah.
Just to let that ball go out. Hempfield now with a bit of a supersized lineup here. They have Sipling, Lugo, Ulrich, and Flood in there, who are all very tall.
Don't forget about Megan Chris, but doesn't last for long as Ulrich could not get that one to paint the corner. Now she'll come out for Allie Cummings. Cummings, a sophomore, the libero, done a great job this season to this point. That one goes off the top of the net and over, a lucky bounce for Eve Brink.
Great effort there by Flood. Just so tough to get that ball when it just dies like that.
Sometimes it's a little better to be lucky than good. Brink just put that one right on the top of the net. And it skimmed over. This time, Flood gets under it. Sipling for the kill. Nice job by Rensel. And then tapped down by Hempfield.
Looked like Chris there was ready for that ball no matter where it went. Couldn't quite tell if it was off of her hand or off the top of the net. But either way, it's a point for Hempfield, and they get possession back here.
That it is. Kowiski comes in for Sipling now, and she'll serve it. By Sydney Johnson, and it was in right at the corner there over Kowiski. Sydney Johnson doing a great job in the middle there.
She had a very quiet first set, very loud second set here.
Christ going for the kill there. Cummings gets under it, then Bittner, Lugo over the top. Everybody trying to save it. Brink just able to put it over. Bittner to Lugo, and nobody was there.
Great decision there by Lugo. Saw how the defense was setting up. Walk in front, everybody else playing way back, expecting just another hard hit ball there. It just gently taps it over.
I think how things change, how things stay the same. In football, sometimes you're trying to find the soft spot of the defense right there. Lugo just found the soft spot in the court there and was able to get it over there as Megan Chris put the serve into the net. Sometimes it's just all about being and putting the ball where the defense isn't.
Yes. The old saying in baseball applies to volleyball, hit it where they ain't.
Yeah. But it's still 15-11, and that one goes into the net just off the top of it. Gets rejected from Abby Stifler. 15-12, and back comes Minnick for the third time today. why. Johnson killing it at the net. And I don't think there was any way anyone was going to stop that one.
No, that's such a hard hit ball. They came down on it at such a great angle. Just no way you're getting under that ball.
No way, no how. Chris and Pittner just kind of lollipopped it, but that one. Let's see.
Looks like they didn't call a net foul.
Yeah, that was
a bit of a questionable call. It didn't look like she hit the net from this angle.
Yeah, Bittner trying to just kind of run past it there and just kind of punched it over, and it almost paid off. Now a timeout taken. And Hempfield, as you said, they haven't been back on their heels very much, at least this late in the sets. It's 17-12. They've got to find a way to rebound.
No, they've certainly trailed in sets before, but to this point, the second set, they have been thoroughly outplayed by Central York. This is unfamiliar territory for Hempfield, and for a team that hasn't really been tested as toughly as you want them to. This is a real gut-check moment for the Knights.
They haven't been tested, but I think they're ready for the moment. We're about to find out if they are. And for Central York, are they ready for the moment to try and tie this match back up at 1-1? The chance begin from the Central side.
Maybe it's just because we're over here, but these Central fans are sounding a lot louder than the Knight fans.
Yeah, to this point.
Obviously, much larger in number here. We're a little bit closer to York than we are to
Yep, that's fair. Very fair. Bit of a hike for these Black Knights, but let's see. Johnson on the serve. Kowalski. Nice job by Bittner getting under it, and then Flood taking a swing. And Argenbright not able to get the top spin on it to put it down. In play, deficit back to 4. With Bittner on the serve.
The Knights are, even coming out of the timeout, looked a bit discombobulated, a little slow, getting the balls, a little bit of a breakdown in what you want to see there.
Alrighty. Bittner, nice serve. Crowell puts it over. And then Flood skims it off the top of the net and off of Brink's hands.
That ball like a flat rock on water goes
I was thinking the same thing.
Off the dig and into the stands there.
Wow. So if Claire Flood can place the ball where she wants it to go, good luck stopping that.
Yeah. Good luck. More like might as well not even try at that point.
Yeah. And that one just goes out. Looks like it might have been off Alexa Shorts there. And Megan Chris, nice awareness to know it was going to go out. Now timeout taken by the inside, Central York. So Hempfield, they've put it back within 2. And now the narrative has changed. I think so much over the past 2 minutes. Now it's Central York back on their heels.
Yeah, Hempfield really coming out of that timeout with renewed vigor. They took 3 in a row. Central York realizing what was happening, trying to stop that run now before it gets out of hand.
Yeah. Been a very intense second set to this point. Hempfield controlled set number 1 pretty much the entire way. Set number 2 has been a different story. But can Hempfield bring it back? And I'll tell you what, this set, you know, I know we have potentially 5 sets of volleyball. This may be the most important of the day. If Central York can win it, they get the momentum back. They get to call it even. If Hempfield wins, they put Central York in a just near dire situation.
Yeah, Central York takes this one in tied sets with the momentum. I'd consider that them taking the lead almost.
Yeah.
But if Hempfield's able to take it, go up 2-0,
that's going to be really hard to come back from. As Ulrich put it over, and then it went kind of funkily off the Central York defender, and they brought it back to 1.
A little bit of funkage off the bounce there, but it worked out well for the Knights.
Yes, it did. Emma Bittner's having a heck of a serve, the junior. Lets it go. And into the net and saved off the net. Saved off the net by Stifler, but the Black Knights get the kill regardless. You know, I was going to say, Abby Stifler playing it off the net remind me of something that a gym teacher that very many of us here at Hempfield are familiar with, Mr. Leapart.
The Leapart Thunder.
You got to play the ball off the net. Stifler did a great job there, but to no avail.
Sipling, great kill on that last one. I mentioned her brother played baseball. Maybe took a curveball out of his repertoire there.
Yeah. And then Argenbright on the kill to put Central York back in front.
As Hempfield had the match tied there, and Central York desperately needed to get served back.
Yes, they did.
Central York really needs to get 2 or 3 here string together. You got to hit at least 20 before you give Hempfield a serve back.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that because they've got all the momentum now. Let's see. Grace Rochelle. Cummings. Bittner. And Sibling right in the net.
That doesn't look like they're getting back to 20. The Knights have the serve now tied once again.
You can read Rachel Sibling's lips from here. Come on. They know they were down, and they know they're back in it. It's tied at 18.
Yes, ever since that timeout, Hempfield, this has been what we're used to seeing this season out of the Lady Knights.
Yes, it has. Nice job by Flood. Bittner blocked by Ulrich, and then the two underclassmen couldn't get under it. Bittner and Cummings, and Central York back in front, trading points right now, 19 to 18. You start to wonder, maybe this will be one of those sets that goes beyond 25.
Yes. In volleyball, I mentioned earlier, you have to win by 2. So if it's 24-25, that is the end of the set.
Well, that's not good enough. How about that block? Crowell and Shaw again have brought Central York to 20.
You hear the crowd going roof at that one. Just absolutely clobbered that ball, taking it straight down. Oh my goodness.
Yes. Goes off of Christ. Bittner back to Christ. Hempfield gonna try and get this thing back, and a double touch. Looks like a double touch on Rensselaer.
In the first set, we saw Hempfield get called for a few of those. This set, Central York, their second double touch called on them. It could not have come at a worse time.
And Rensselaer nor the crowd was too thrilled about it, but then Ulrich is unable to take advantage. The serve goes out of play, and Central York gets served back with still a 2-point lead, 21-19. And it's Eve Brink back to serve. Sipling down for the kill and put it right in between Shorts and Johnson.
Hit right in the jaw there. Oh my goodness.
I'll tell you
There's
what.
no stopping that one.
No way, and she'll come to the sidelines, give everyone a high five, and now 21-20 is the score. Kowinski, thundering third, and what a job! Kowinski putting it right in front of Grace Rochelle. She couldn't get under it, and Hempfield ties it.
You can see how hyped Kowinski's getting there. Such a huge point to get back to a tie here.
This is just the significance of this set right now is impossible to overstate as Flood trying to play it off Sydney Johnson. Hit it the wrong way.
That ball just too far off to the side. There's no way Flood is going to be able to get 2 hands on it. She would just stick a club out there and hope for the best.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it's going to end up like that one just did.
And Alexa Shorts put the Panthers on a run here. Everyone falling to the ground, but Kowinski able to put it back over, and everyone regroups. That was Flood. And Lugo, but the point goes to Hempfield. Another double touch on Emma Bittner, and she can't believe it.
Neither can Hempfield's coach, neither can their team, neither can the fans.
No.
A lot of disagreement with that call there.
I had a straight look down at Holly Cummings' face, and she looked in sheer disbelief. Now it is Cummings to Bittner. Lugo again, but it just can't get over the net.
Lugo tried to put touch on that one, just barely placed it over the net. But took a little too much power off of it, but it dropped short there.
Central York gets the point. They win set 2. 24-21 is the score. Kowinski to Bittner, to Chris, blocked. Cummings, Lugo again, gets it off to Brink. Cummings going down again, here's Bittner and Chris. What a rally, Central York trying to go for the kill, punching it over. Bittner, this is insane, right at the net, and Central York takes set number 2.
Massive effort, Central York desperately needed to take that set. Mission accomplished there. Now we are even. One apiece.
We are even, and Central York is getting hype right now. They know that it's even. Wow. And for the first time in nearly 6 or 7 weeks, Hempfield has dropped a set. So what's the message right now from Coach Owing to this team? They're not used to being in this situation.
You got to find a way to get them back in this game, get them to rebound. You got to keep telling them, hey, you guys, you went out there, you won the first set in convincing fashion, and you played them tough the second set too. You are more than competitive in this game.
Yeah.
It's two great teams, and sometimes another great team is going to get a few lucky bounces, and they're going to take one from you.
Yeah.
But that's why volleyball is best of 5 sets.
Exactly. We shall see now as we head to set 3, all knotted up again at 1. Going to be very enticing, this matchup. As they switch sides once again, can Hempfield answer? Can Central York possibly come in? You know, they were the #1 seed, and a lot of people for Hempfield, a lot of the players I talked to, they felt kind of slighted by the fact that they weren't the #1 seed, being undefeated through the regular season in the districts. But I think Central York is showing right now why they're just as good, maybe, as these Hempfield Lady Knights.
As you mentioned earlier, the seeding, a bit of an odd way they do the playoff seeding here. It's based off a point system rather than records. So you see things where a team with more losses is ranked higher than another team. That's bulletin board material for Hempfield.
Yeah, exactly.
Get them fired up a little bit.
No doubt about it. Now we just have to wait and see how this all unfolds. You just can't help but wonder how it's all going to play out. Can Central York find a way to come in to Dallastown with a slight home court advantage? All right, maybe not a slight home court advantage, a home court advantage.
Even though they're not in their home, they're clearly the home team in this matchup.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I'll tell you. You know, Ben, I'll harken back to football a little bit. Something you were familiar with. That game against Central York was very back and forth.
Yes.
This match so far, very back and forth.
Must be something about Hempfield and Central York. I mean, pretty evenly matched in a lot of different areas. Two very similar schools.
Yeah. Now we just have to wait and see. What happens next? As we're ready to start set number 3. And I'm very interested to see how Hempfield responds now after dropping their first set in forever.
Yes, it's been a very long time. Overcoming adversity is a completely separate skill to just playing well. It's hard to get momentum back once you've lost it.
Yeah.
Hempfield has not had a lot of practice with that this season. You mentioned this is only the second set they've dropped all year.
All right, well, here we go. Kreider not able to get it off of Johnson. And Central York takes point number 1 of set number 3.
Central York carrying over the momentum from the second set into the third here.
Well, let's see. Kreider over to Bittner, and Bittner able to put it down before Eve Brink could get there.
Yeah, it's like everyone in Central York was expecting a set there, but just popped over the net. Nobody was really looking.
Let's see. Bittner, Kreider gets it off the top of the net. To make something happen with it was Chris.
Just some bad bounces there. Unplayable bounces really for the Knights. Not much you can do to control those.
So it's 2-1 now. Central York over Hempfield. We'll see if this is as evenly matched as set number 2 was. Got to think if Hempfield comes out of the gate a little stronger. That time playing off the net was Bittner, but then point goes. It might have been a net foul to Central York.
Regardless, their flood put that ball pretty decently out of bounds. Just had no angle on that ball. Almost impossible to get that ball to drop in the play.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been much hope there. Cummings, they run into each other, Cummings and Kowalski. Then Chris gets it off the top of the net. Tell you, didn't Hempfield need that? And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. That ball took a lucky bounce
right
off the
out
top.
of my mouth there, Kasey.
Man, oh man. If that's not what the doctor ordered, I don't know what is. And Morgan Minnick will come back in once again as their serving specialist, if that's what you want to call it. You know, it's not the official position, but Minnick unable to paint the corner as it just goes barely out of play.
Yeah, both these teams now, they're really trying to paint the corners because they know the other team is very, very good. And you've seen a lot of balls hit out of bounds because of that. They're really trying to play as tight to the boundaries as possible.
Yep. Bittner. Flood. Letting that one fly. But Central York does a nice job. Nobody's there, and it goes down in bounds.
Kasey getting a little excited there.
We're sitting right next to the camera as we speak. I might have bumped it there. Regardless, Central York, they're getting excited too. 5-2 is the score in set number 3. Some of the water bottles going down on the sideline for Central York as they're getting just as excited as we are. Kowalski cannot get it to come down in bounds, and Shorts and Johnson saw that all the way.
Hempfield they look almost lost right now. They're just not used to being in this situation.
Yeah. Cummings, Bittner, Flood, blocked at the top, and that point will go to Hempfield as it went just over the top of the net and skimmed out of play.
So that's exactly what you need. You call upon your best players, you call upon league MVP Flood just to try to make something happen there.
Yep. Here's Bittner. That block over the top. Cummings. Zippling blocked. 3 2s on that one. 22 Jenna Arkenbright and 2 Aubrey Rensel. Both block Rachel Zipling's kill and forces Hempfield to call another timeout.
There's just no life on Hempfield's side of the court right now. All the momentum is in the center. They're fired up. They're loud. The fans the same way. Hempfield just silent right now.
Central York is getting hyped, no doubt about it. That was Princess Gabriel, the junior, who is trying to just energize the Central York squad.
Not just trying, succeeding energizing the squad.
But Hempfield trying to keep their spirits up the best they can. They know they're still very much in this. Only down by 4, still early on in set number 3.
Yes, we're still at least 18 points away from a winner here in set 3. There's a lot of time for this to go any number of directions.
No doubt, let's see what we got. Alrighty, Argenbright will be back to serve it. Just clears the net. And that looks like, is that a net foul there as well? Is Bittner trying to get to it, or not quite sure what happened there. Bittner and Shorts both of the net.
Regardless there, it is Central York's point. It may or may not have been a net foul. Looks like it landed on Hempfield's side either way.
No, I believe you're right. Again, just getting over the top is Arkenbright. But Zipling says hello, but unable to get it down in play. 9-3. Central York is taking command of set number 3.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one. That one looks a little closer than some of the others.
But they have a better look right down on it than we do. That time it does go out off of Shorts, and Hempfield finally gets the serve back, but they're down by 5. Again, facing a deficit here in set number 3.
normally what you advise with a deficit. You got to call on your experienced players, call on your seniors, make something happen. Luckily for Hempfield, they have an incredibly talented group of seniors, very battle-tested group. They are used to success. They know what it takes to win.
This volleyball program, be it girls or boys, they expect to come in these games and win. Let's see if they can do it. Playing some patty cake there, the net, and then killing it into the net was Alexa Shorts. Shorts and Sipling both there, just kind of tapped it over to each other, and then Shorts tried to kill it, but was unable to get it to clear the net.
It looked like that set was a little bit low for her liking there, and just drilled it straight into the net.
Yeah.
There are holes there. They're a little too small to fit a volleyball through.
No doubt. Just a little bit. Oh, Flood skims it perfectly over the top, and Ulrich says, all right, you want to play volleyball? I'm here to play.
And now Hempfield's sideline, they are getting into it a little bit. Central York, a little quieter than we've seen them in a while. Looks like the momentum starting to shift here.
They've given up 4 straight points now. It was 9-3, now it's 9-7. Hempfield trying to get now on a 5-0 run with the serve. And it just goes out. Flood serve. You can hear Grace Rochelle from here saying, ow, 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 ow. She knew it was going to go out just barely.
Another one very, very close to that line there. But just a little bit too much there.
Yep. There's Rensel to Cummings. Setting up wrist and break, unable to hit it up. She kind of hit it down into the floor and then trapped it between herself and the floor. Had no chance. Hempfield gets possession back.
Not sure exactly how it happened. Looked like Brink was trying to get under that ball and ended up just hitting it square with both of her fists there.
Yeah.
Not what she was looking for.
Not quite. Now they're going to try and make up for it. Ulrich. Got 3 Central. The fingers right in the net, but Rachel Sipling says, that's no match for me. And puts it over.
Sipling has had a phenomenal game so far for the night. She came to play.
10-9 is the score. Hempfield is right back in this baby. Ulrich on the serve. Whoa! Ulrich does a nice job. Ulrich didn't even have to do anything. He just let it go for the body, but that time it just goes over. Emma Bittner had no chance at it. She tried to get down and get it. Couldn't get it over the net.
It looked like there were some other players who could have had a shot at that one. Just not great communication there by the Knights.
And it's so hard to communicate. I mean, I can barely hear myself talk in this stadium right now, in this court right now.
Yes, we're sitting.
Hard to communicate.
Yeah, we're sitting about 2 feet away from each other. There are times when I can't hear you.
Yeah.
It gets thunderous in this gymnasium.
Point goes to Hempfield there. They draw back within 1. Sipling will come out for Kowiski, who will come in to serve. 11-10 in set 3. 1-1. They've split the match so far. And a nice job by Kowiski there to tie this thing back up. 11-11. After being down by 6, Ben, they've gone in an 8-2 run to tie it back up.
It's just a great job by Hempfield. You mentioned they're not used to being in the spot, but they have responded very well to it here in this 3rd set.
Kowiski served that time, just went a little bit too far out, so Central York gets it back and they get the lead back. And it'll be Alexa Shorts on for the serve.
Hempfield's almost a psychological thing with the serve. We saw them in the 2nd set, especially putting a couple of them into the net. Now maybe in an effort to clear the net, they're pushing some of them long, getting a little too much air under them, and we've seen a lot of them go out the back.
How about Jaylene Lugo getting it over that defensive front right of the net and dropping it in the breadbasket for a kill for Hempfield. 12-12, all knotted at a dozen. And Christ on the serve.
With Lugo, with how hard she hits that ball on the tilt, it's either block or bust for the most part, because you have no way to really control a dig off of Lugo.
Sydney Johnson just tapped that thing over before Lugo and Bittner could do anything with it. And again, they trade points. Central York back in front and back with the serve. And on the serve will be Abby Stifler. go. Bittner. Flood right off the top, and it goes down for the kill.
What a hit there by Flood.
I'll tell you.
Getting way out of play there just to come back to that ball with such a perfect angle and hit that thing across the court. That's just unstoppable there by the league MVP, Claire Flood.
Yeah, good luck with that. Here's Minnick back in. Off of Kasey doing a nice job. Bittner. And then Ulrich. Johnson able to get into the net, and Morgan Nick couldn't get under it, nor could Megan Christ. And these two teams, they are trading points right now, back and forth. This set almost seems more evenly matched than the second one to this point. Hempfield was down big early. They brought it back. But Central York still trying to do the best they can to put some more points together.
These two teams just going blow for blow, point for point. Just trying to see who is going to blink first.
Not Kylie Ulrich. Clearly. Perfect kill there from Ulrich, and now we're back tied at 14.
Just back and forth and back and forth. This third set has been dizzying almost.
Yeah, really. It's like going on a merry-go-round right now, and back to Bittner we go. Bittner just couldn't quite get the direction on it, and it goes out and off to the right. Central York gets it right back. And gives it right back. Argan Bright not able to get that one to stay in play.
Yeah, serve here going like the ball does, just back and forth and back and forth over the net.
Yeah.
Neither team wants to serve the ball, I guess.
I guess you could say it that way. Here's Flood, though. Ulrich and Chris tried to block it, couldn't do it. Cummings couldn't get under it. Central York takes the lead back.
Great set there. We haven't talked a ton about setting, right, but the way that play is designed to really loop around hard and just get a very specific angle on that ball. So as a setter, you have nothing to really aim for. Just an excellent job of putting the ball right where it needed to be.
Yeah. Barely getting under it was Rensel. There's Bittner. Chris. Nice job by Brink there to keep it, but then the kill goes out of bounds and shorts. Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It's 16-16. Hempfield's got it right back.
Yeah, when's the last time a team got 2 points in a row? It's probably been at least eight points since that happened.
Well,
just as I say it.
Right as you say it, there's the kibosh. Goes off Brink funny to the right. And sometimes that's a strategy on the serve for Kylie Ulrich. Make it with so much power on it that whoever's going to come in contact with it first can't do anything with it.
Yes, hit it hard and hit it into the body, and there's just so little you can do to control that.
Yeah. Chris does a nice job digging it. And that was Bittner. And then Chris just not able to get it to cut down in play.
Another really close one there for the Knights. They've had 3 or 4 that were just...
Oh, man. If they lose this third set, they might come back and think about those that were just, oh, so close.
Yes. Just 1 or 2 of those calls go the other way. I mean, Hempfield's got a big lead in this set.
Right on the brink. And speaking of brink, Eve Brink on the serve. Central York trying to get it back over. Got one more shot with shorts, but she can't put it in.
No doubt about that one. That one out and significant.
Yeah, way out. And the Black Knights back in front, 18-17.
Looked like that set there was a bit higher than she was expecting. Couldn't get down on the ball as much as she would have liked. Almost hit the bottom third of it, even.
All righty. Here's Kowalski. And that went off Krisky funny. She couldn't play it. And nobody had a chance at it, and Central York ties it back up. Tell you what.
These two teams are as evenly matched as they come.
This is as good as it gets in girls volleyball, I think. We got 2 teams this evenly matched, just going back and forth. Who's going to blink first? Double touch from Bittner is going to give Central York the lead back.
Costly mistake there by Bittner. I mean, Hempfield can tie this game back with just 1 point here, though.
Yeah, no doubt. Bittner going to try and redeem herself. but unable to do it. A little tap over the net.
Finally, Central York's able to get a little bit of breathing room. It has been ages since a team had a 2-point lead in this third set.
Taya Shaw just tapped it over. Here's Cummings. Bittner. Christ, off bodies, gets it over. And unable to block it in the net, and again it's Shaw. Just tapping it over. Taya Shaw doing a great job. And Hempfield calls another timeout. And Central York, they're getting hyped. They know they are 4 points away from taking a 2-1 advantage and maybe downing the undefeated Knights.
Yeah, Central York knows this is their opportunity. You have to just put the nail in the coffin, step on their necks, and take the opportunity now. With a team as good as Hempfield, you might not get another opportunity this good.
Yep, no doubt. We'll see. I think this is the most adversity this Hempfield team has faced all season. How can they respond? They came back from big deficits in both set 2 and set 3. Lost set 2, they're losing set 3. Can they come back? Look at Central York. Keep it alive, and can the #1 seed prove that they deserve to be the #1 seed with a District 3 title today?
Both these teams, they've been excellent so far today. The great thing is, even if you lose this game, you're still going to state playoffs.
Yeah.
You still could see this matchup again deep in states.
That's true. But, you know, I think at this point, going to state playoffs, that's kind of a moral victory right now. And I don't think either of these coaches really believe in moral victories at this point, be it Coach Olry or Coach Kasey.
No, both these storied programs, they play for district titles.
No doubt.
And the officials forcing Central York's raucous bench to sit down. They have not been doing that for most of this game. They've been up, they've been fired up.
Yep. Slaughter, a great job, but a nice dig there by Shorts, but unable to get under it was Sydney Johnson. That's just what the doctor ordered for Hempfield. 21-19, and Megan Christ up to serve.
Just a phenomenal dig there, wasted by just some miscommunication. Nobody thought they were the one who was going to go for that ball. By the time somebody committed to it, it was too late.
Christ to Bittner, to Lugo, goes right off of Renzel, and out of play.
I mentioned hit it hard, hit it into their body, just almost a missile right at her neck there. There's no way you can control that ball.
Central York calls time, 21-20. Hempfield, again, it seems like out of timeouts, they've played really well so far.
That's really saying a lot about their coach. I mean, how you get his players fired up to come back out of that timeout. And it's a bit of a shift in game plan, maybe. Maybe it's more of just an attitude shift, just getting them playing again.
Well, you know, Coach Ulrich, he expects a lot out of these girls. And, you know, he's maybe more of a strict head coach, but I'll tell you what, when you have results like this, it pays off, no doubt about it.
Nobody's going to question a winner. Yeah. He has certainly won a lot.
And that's why I think a lot of the players on this team have a lot of respect for him as well.
Yes, the players they really buy into their coach on both sides. Yeah. And that's really the foundation of a successful program.
Yippers. Chris just not able to get it in. 22-20, Central York with the serve back. Nice job sliding under there by Bittner. Blocked in there by Lugo. Oh! Jaylene Lugo. A brick wall. Maybe another brick in the wall for Hempfield if they can come back and win this third set.
Oh my goodness, Kasey.
Morgan Minnick on the serve. And it goes out. Everybody's getting hyped now. It's a tie game.
Yeah, all too familiar for this third set. We are tied once again.
Minnick, the junior, who probably hasn't been in this position as much as all the other people, and she just can't make something happen with it. Nice little soft kill there by Central York. 23-22, they've got the serve right back, but this thing is far from over.
As we mentioned, last set, maybe a set that could have gone beyond 25. This set looking like it could really go beyond 25.
Unless Central York can string 2 points together, which I wouldn't count on right now.
It's the way this game's been going. We could see 8 more ties before we have a winner.
And I'd like to say you're exaggerating, but I don't think you are. Looks like a little confusion here as...
Looks like the official is telling Central York, again, they must sit down. They're saying, you have empty chairs. Your players cannot be standing.
That's fair.
And Central York, not a fan of that rule.
Yeah, you gotta tell. They substitute in. Coming in is Alexis Salpavong for Johnson.
I believe that's the first time she's been in.
Yeah, Alexis Salpavong, the junior. See what she can do now.
What a way to make your first appearance in the game. Such a high-pressure moment serving, no less.
Oh, Rick just taps it over for the kill. Hempfield ties it.
What a job by Ulrich, surveying the defense, seeing a block up front and everybody else playing back. There's just a soft middle ground there that's ripe for exploitation, and she hit it in there perfectly.
Can't ask for too much more perfect than that. Alrighty, 23-23. Now Hempfield, can they string together 2 points and win set 3?
Yes. One of these teams has to score 2 points in a row, or else we will go beyond 25 in this third set.
Rick Cummings into the net! Cummings took kind of a half-hearted swing at it and just couldn't quite get over. I think she knew she was close to the net, so she knew she couldn't put a ton on it to get it over, but still not able. And now that serve goes out for Central York with a shot to win set 3. They throw it away on a bad serve from Jenna Arkenbright. And it's 24-24. We'll play at least to 26.
I'd like to mention that's 2 out of our 8 ties already.
Yep. And another timeout. Oh, man.
At this point, a bit of unfamiliar territory. Not often you see sets go beyond 25. You really only see it when you have 2 teams this evenly matched
and this good. Man, oh man. I get flashbacks of boys volleyball last year against Warwick watching this game right now.
That match was exhausting.
This one might be more exhausting because that one only went to 4 sets. We might get to a 15-point set here with how it's looking right now.
This Hempfield, if they were to go to a 5th set, it would be the first time this season they got this far.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Central York has, but I imagine if they have, it's only once or twice. They've been incredibly dominant this year.
Yeah.
It's really going to test these teams who haven't really been tested in a 5th set.
Nope. Certainly not in districts and not against competition this good. Iris Flood, can she put it away? She needs 2 perfect serves. That would be the way to start it.
It'll also be the way to finish it.
That too. That one goes way out and into the stands. There's one off Alexa Shorts. Black Knights are a point away from taking set number 3. This is as down to the wire as it gets in volleyball. Flood. Cummings. Bittner. Sipling just goes out. Oh. Rachel Sipling was trying to end it again for Hempfield and couldn't quite get it in.
Sipling, we've seen that play work so many times for Hempfield, but they're just a little too much on it.
25 on. Cummings. Again trying to set up Sipling. Off a Brink and it pays off. There's that matchup again, Sipling and Brink. Sipling got the best of it, and now Hempfield again 1 point away from taking a 2-1 lead.
Sipling and Brink looking like Ali and Frazier out there, just going at it all night.
Kyler Oak's going to try and end it. Brink. Shorts off of Ulrich. And Central York bringing it back. What is that? Tie number 4 now?
That is number 4. I am keeping track now. This has been just incredible.
I tell you, this is, if you do not like watching this kind of volleyball,
Maybe
You either
volleyball isn't the sport for you then. This is as good as it gets.
you don't have much of a pulse at this point. Here is Christ. I'm gonna put it over. Off top of the net. Sibling does a great job digging it. And then Lugo blocked and somehow still in play. Sibling taps it over. But it goes to Central York.
There's a net foul on the Knights there.
Oh man.
Very costly mistake when you need it the least.
Oh, I don't think they can believe it. And now Central York, they're 1 point away. I'll tell you what. This may be the most important set right now, regardless of what happens after this. Sibling sets it right to Rensel. Into the net. Oh,
That's 5.
Sydney Johnson couldn't get it over. We're at 27 all. Sibling subs out for Kreider, and we still need 2 consecutive points. This match will go to at least 29.
Yes. A great coach I've had in the past once said in every game, there are 7 moments that decide the outcome. I think we may have just seen one there.
Yeah, Grayson Kreider could not get the set over the net, and Central York, with their serve, needs 1 more point. Coming. Bittner. Lugo. Lollipop puts it down!
That's 6.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Oh my God.
You gotta be kidding me. This is insane.
We mentioned earlier which of these teams would blink first. This were a staring contest. This would have gone probably 20 minutes at this point.
Oh man.
This is incredible.
I'd be concerned about you if you were staring this long at this point.
Yes.
Christ. Johnson double touch and it goes to Hempfield. Wow. So we've seen mistakes on either side,
Yes.
and now Hempfield might take advantage.
They're serving it quick, not letting Central York get set up.
Oh man.
7.
You're kidding me, right? You're kidding me.
This has been otherworldly. Oh my goodness.
Well, we'll go to at least 31. This was supposed to be a 25-point match, or set. I don't think anyone can believe it right now. Bitter blocked by Sydney Johnson. Wow. Central York trying to end it. Christ. Bittner. Lugo. Still in play. Oh, Short saved it. And for the win in set number 3. Short saved it, and it goes over for the win in set number 3, and Hempfield now down 2-1. Central York is 1 set of volleyball away from becoming District 3 champs.
This is unfamiliar territory for the Knights. They have not dropped 2 sets to a team all season. If you go that deep into a set, into the 30s and lose, that is just so demoralizing.
Man.
Came so far, but just couldn't quite finish.
And now
Central York right now, not just with a lead 2 sets to 1, just a huge lead in momentum right now.
let's see. Man, both sides had so many chances they could have put it away.
Yes.
Neither of them could do it until the very end. 31-29 is the final score for that match.
As I
For
mentioned,
that set. Unbelievable.
I mentioned at one point it would take 8 more ties. We only got to 7, but the point still stands. Just an incredible back and forth matchup there in the 3rd set.
That's just about as insane as it gets. Alrighty, scoreboard gets cleared. Hempfield now, they've got to win out from here. They have not been in a position like this all season.
This is uncharted territory for the Knights. This is adversity they haven't faced yet this season.
Coach Ulrey, though, getting everybody hyped up. He knows, and I think these girls know, if there's any team that can come back from a 2-1 deficit, it is the Hempfield Black Knights.
Yes.
We'll see if they can do it.
The Knights have so many impact players, so many seniors, 2 league MVPs. I mean, this is a team built to just go on a run and take over. And they really need to take over right now.
Well, let's see. Central York, they are maybe 25 points away. If you're Coach Casey, what are you saying to your girls right now?
It's a simple message. Keep the momentum going. You just got to stay up. Hey, Hempfield's going to score. Hempfield's going to probably hit 20 points this set at a bare minimum. Both these teams will.
Yeah.
I've only seen in the first set, I believe Central York stalled out at 18 or 19. But it's been competitive every set. It's peaks and valleys.
Yep.
As great coach Edwin Heisey always says, peaks and valleys.
That it is.
When you're at the peak, you just got to really thrive in it. You got to keep that lasting for as long as possible. And sometimes it's going to dip. Sometimes Hempfield's going to string together 4 or 5 points in a row. They're a great team too.
Yeah,
you just
no
got to
doubt.
roll with it and just get through it. Get to another peak.
Alrighty. So it's a best of 25 set here, or first of 25. Fourth set. If we need a fifth set, that will only go to 15. So that's something to keep in mind if we get that far.
It is still win by 2 though in that fifth set.
That will be much easier. That might go to 25.
Yes, I was about to say, even though it only goes to 15, we could see that one get into the 30s as well.
Alrighty. Can Central York put the Black Knights away? Can the Black Knights answer? 2 seniors, Maddie Geibel and Grayson Kasey, getting the bench sideline area hyped up. They know. I'll tell you, they haven't lost faith. That's for sure. They know they can do it, but they got to start now.
You can just see from the body language, the Knights are still very much in this game. Nobody's hanging their heads. They all still truly believe they can win this game. And with the talent they have on this roster, that's no shocker there.
Yeah. Flood. Sipling trying to go for the kill. Back to Brink. Short set it over. Then Lugo. Rensel.
Dig there.
Yeah, nice dig. Rensel. Back to Cummings. Back to Bittner. Back to Sipling. Goes into the roof. Still in play. Oh no. Now it goes into the stands. It's out regardless. And a nice job by Rachel Sipling. Making pretty much going right off the body and up to the ceiling for that kill.
Yes, as we learned there, you can play the ball off the rafters. You can't play it off the bleachers.
Yes. Krowiski in to serve. Hempfield takes a 1-0 advantage in set 4.
Yeah, and a theme we've seen through the first 3 sets, the first team to score has gone on a bit of an early run, and they've won that set. So one of these teams, if we're following the pattern here, one of these teams is going to get out to an early lead, and they're going to hold on to it.
Yeah, well, let's see.
Or we'll just stay tied the whole time.
Yeah, well, we will. We're back at 1-1 now after that. We started the last set 1-1. Then eventually Central York got out to a 9-3 advantage. Hempfield has been at pretty big deficits, and they might be starting to face another one as Central York takes the lead, as Bittner could not slide under it.
I have to question that decision there, having Bittner go for that ball. It looked like there were 2 or even 3 players much closer to that ball than Bittner. Bittner got a great jump on that ball, full extension, and still couldn't get under it.
Yeah. Chris, locked in the net, keeps it in play. Bittner to Lugo, and it just goes in. Eve Brink thought it was going to go out, but no. It stays in. Jaylee Lugo on the kill, 2-2.
It looked like Central York's players thought it was going to go out. A couple of their fans believe it did go out. That one, another one, just right
so
on
close.
the line.
It's so close, Ben. Here's Chris. That one played off the net. Chris. Bittner right into Johnson, but regardless, it is Central York's point.
Bittner there trying to get a little fancy, trying to catch Central York off guard, just hit it right into the net there.
Yeah.
Trying to do a little too much, maybe.
Bittner setting up Flood off a Brink, and there you go, Claire Flood. Been kind of quiet since that opening set, starting to make more of an impact here.
If you're Hempfield, you need to get Flood involved. She has been your top player. She's been the league's top player this whole season. When you're down, when you're facing adversity, you need to just let her get you back in this game.
Here's Minnick. Rensel blocked the net, and you had Bittner up there, but Rensel just tried to hit it over, couldn't quite do it, and then Brink and Johnson could not get back under it.
Looks like this set's not going to follow pattern. Normally by this point, we've had a team with like a 3 or 4 or even 5-point lead. We do not have that one yet.
Morgan Minnick got so lucky there, and I think she knows it in a little smile there. She went to greet her teammates as it just bounced over the net.
I think her heart might have stopped there. This is that fast stop on top.
And she's got another one, 2 in a row. That one was pretty, though. First one was a little lucky. That was a pretty ace from Morgan Minnick.
That was absolute perfection there, right on the corner.
That's what we like to see here at HSC TV7. That one, though, goes out.
That one, not so much.
Trying to get the hat trick, but wow, yeah, great job by Minnick.
Yeah, great serve by Minnick. Get a few points, get a bit of breathing room for the Knights.
All righty, 6-4. Hempfield with the advantage, but Central York has the serve. It's Sydney Johnson. Flood right at the top. Man. Cummings. Got time to set it up. Here's Bittner. Flood off the top and goes down for the kill. Uh-oh.
The Flood's starting to heat up a little bit here for the Knights. This is dangerous for Central York. Maybe you'd consider calling a timeout here if Flood could get another one in the near future.
Sipling chucks back in for Kreider. Just clearing the net is Bittner. Bittner setting up Sipling. Central York able to play it. Cummings, Bittner. Oh, Rick for the kill, and yes, it goes in. This is the Black Knights team I think we're used to seeing now with their backs against the wall. Here we are, and here they are with a 4-point lead in set number 4.
Yes, there's no animal more dangerous than an animal backed into a corner. Right now, the Knights backed into a corner. And they are coming to play now.
Maybe they just want to keep it entertaining for us, I don't know, but...
I think they wanted to give some fans a heart attack here with how close this one's been.
I highly doubt that was their goal, but here we are.
A bit of an odd pre-date speech.
Just goes in to the net there from Emma Bittner, but the damage has been done. It is a 4-point advantage. 9-5 is the score. Hempfield has the lead. And Rochelle on the serve. Rochelle kind of plays Kowalski's role. Sipling for the kill, and she's got it. 10-5.
This is the most separation we've seen in a while from these two teams. A 5-point advantage for the Knights. They have not had a lead like this since, I believe, the first set.
Yeah, it's been a while. Flood. Got it! Another ace. We saw a couple from Morgan Minnick and now one from Claire Flood to make it 11-5.
Bad decision there by Central York, calling everybody off that ball, thinking it was going to go out of bounds. But Flood's able to drop it in perfectly.
Wow. Flood, that time goes out. Just out. Huh. What a game we've seen to this point. Aubrey Rensel, 11-6, Central York serve. Cummings, Bittner, Sipling, back to Rensel, back to Brink. And Ulrich right at the net, again Rensel, again Brink. And Shorts off the Flood. Bittner kind of put it back into play over to Cummings. And not able to get under it with Flood or Cummings. Central York point.
What a rally there.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I got exhausted just watching that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. $11-7. But no Slurpees, not yet. Christ over the top of the net. Flood. Bittner. Oh, Rick and off of Brink and into the stands. Alrighty, well then.
The Hempfield bench is looking a lot livelier than we've seen them in a while. Central York's bench is as quiet as they've been all game right now.
Maddie Gibble and Allie Cummings both coming over, giving high fives, and now here's Ulrich. That one goes way out, a little bit too much from Ulrich there.
Yep. A lot of extra mustard on that one from Ulrich. Ulrich has had trouble serving today. almost a mental thing at this point. She's put some in the net, she's put some long, just hasn't quite been able to find the sweet spot. It's really hard, such a niche skill like serving. If you mess it up once, you try to overcorrect the next one, and you end up just going back and forth in the wrong direction.
Rachel Sipling, another excellent kill. She'll sub back out for Kreider, but she's done her part today so far. 13-8. I think Coach Ori likes his hot dogs without mustard. And I think Hempfield would like that as well right now. At least not on the serves. Whoa, what a chop by Bittner, almost running in the table. We saw that in the league game. And then it goes over onto the Hempfield side, and Central York with the point. But man, Emma Bittner, what an effort just trying to keep that ball in play for as long as it was.
Great effort there. But great smarts there by Central York. Not a hard hit ball. They just saw the defense collapsing all to Central York's right, just popping over to the left. And there's nobody there to stop it.
Kreider to Bittner to Chris. Off a flood, Bittner gets under it, and then Cummings just takes a swing at it, hits it over. Flood. And Lugo over the middle. Chris to the tail to finish it. Nice rally from Hempfield.
Chris, they're not going to try to get through all the passes again. You saw Central York's defense was on their heels. Just put it straight down into the floor. It worked wonders for the Knights.
Got to put a hole in the court by the end of this game. The amount of power these
Gonna dig a hole in
kills
China.
have been. Oh, what a job by Chris getting under that one. Great kill attempt there from Central York. Here's Shorts to Kreider. To Bittner, to Flood, out. A little bit too much from Claire Flood there.
It looked like she was either a little behind that set or that set was a little too far out in front of her. She just didn't have the extension to get down on that ball.
14-10. On the serve was Stiffer. Lugo going for it. Stiffer does a nice job keeping it. There's Shorts to Argenbright. And another double touch on Bittner. And I mean, yeah, it's just a tough situation for Bittner to be in. You got to try and do the best you can to set the person going for the kill up. But sometimes if it comes off just not cleanly, they're going to call a double touch, and that's what they did there. Bittner trying to make up for it. Cummings, nice job by Johnson to block at the net. Here's Bittner for Lugo, getting it over. Brink keeps it in play.
With a chance now.
Yeah, they do. Somehow keeping it alive was Chris. Here's Kreider. What a rally this has been, and it continues. Kreider to Bittner, to Lugo. Oh man, off of short there, it's still in play. Argenbright. Kreider, Bittner, Flood, blocked by Argenbright, and that's how it's going to end.
It's a great
Or no, it's a, no.
Central York.
That's a point for Hempfield. It did go out of bounds, you're correct. I was going to say, looks like it didn't quite get down in play. So give that point to Hempfield, and back comes Minute.
It flowed with so much power on that one. Even with the block, it went far enough off that block to go out of bounds.
Whoa! So it looked like a little kind of just miscue there from Sydney Johnson as that one kind of went over her and into the floor, and with Hempfield with a 5-point advantage, 16-11. Just what they needed to maybe force a set 5. And now Hempfield, they're getting about as energized as they've been.
They're getting tepid up right now on the Hempfield fans.
Oh boy. I mean, I imagine the message to both coaches or both teams right now, keep giving it your all. You can't let up at this point. Whether you're Central York or Hempfield, they needed a set like this. They've looked like they've been in control most of the set. They've had some close calls, sure. But this fourth set has belonged almost entirely to them to this point.
For both teams right now, the name of the game is just limiting mistakes. You see, oftentimes when points are scored, it's because one team just makes a mistake. It's a double touch here, it's a net foul there, it's a bad set, it's letting the ball go out. It's leaving the ball to go out that's not going to go out. Just the little things here, little details. When teams are so evenly matched, it just comes down to the little minutia of the game.
Yeah, it does. And here's Minnick. Kowalski goes off her, and it will go back to the wall. Point Central York. 16-12. And coming in for Minnick is Cummings, and Lugo will also come out as well for Kowalski. Johnson. Bittner. Oh, did it go in? Yes, it did. It just stayed in, skirted that right side.
Great hustle there by Ulrich. Yeah, all the way around. A long run there. Now they're just in the nick of time. Able to get the jump up, maybe from a bit of an uncomfortable base for her, but made it work.
Sipling is back in for Kowalski. And it's pressed. Bittner gonna set up Sipling. Going for Brink. And it just goes off Bittner. Point goes to Central York, but they got to start stringing some points together, Ben. We're coming down. It's 17-13. Hempfield only needs 8 more points to take this set. Central York's got to string some stuff together now.
Yeah, last set, when we were deadlocked, it's okay to go point for point in the team. Right now, Central York's down by 4. They need to get a bit of a run going.
Well, Sipling and that actually...
Looks like Sipling might have hit the net on that one.
Well, no, I believe they call a double touch there as well, maybe. Either way, a bit of a miscue from Sipling. Haven't seen many of those tonight from her. Cuts the deficit back to 3. 2. As Chris could not dig under that one. Nice serve there, nicely placed by Jenna Argenbright. And it's 17-15.
Hempfield right now, really familiarity with the server, leaving the entire front right corner uncovered.
Cummings setting up, Sipling for the kill, and yes, it just gets that back corner and goes in. Now Claire Flood is back to serve. 7 more to win for Hempfield as they lead by 3.
Hempfield could go on a bit of a run here. That would be huge. Get not just to take a big lead in the set, but to get some momentum building towards a potential 5th.
Yeah. And again, that 5th set, it won't be as long. Well, at least
it could be as long.
It could be as long. But
the way these two teams have played, it could be even longer.
Whoa, nice kill there by Crowell. It's not scheduled to be as long, though. That's kind of what I'm getting at is if Hempfield, if they can jump out in this 5th set, if they get that far, Central York won't have as much time to recover.
No.
But we'll see.
The little mistakes are magnified if we would get to it.
Oh, Flood thought that was going out, and instead it's an ace for Aubrey Rensel, and it brings Central York to back within 1. And it's same song, second or third verse. Team gets out to an advantage, but now the trailing team is able to close it up. Central York is back within 1.
Yes, and 2 in a row there. That ball hit almost the exact same spot Hempfield thought would go out, but it just stayed in.
Cummings. Bittner. Sipling off of Crowell. And then Shaw could not save it. Point goes to Hempfield. Cummings will sub out for Lugo. Here is Ulrich. To Brink. Nice job by Lugo, right in the net to the 9. Taya Shaw.
A block by Lugo there. If you want to teach a young kid how to block, watch tape of that.
Oh,
just
no doubt.
Perfect timing, hands together, angled slightly down. Just whew, picture perfect move there.
Can't ask for much more there. Alrighty. 20-17. Hempfield, they smell the blood in the water. They know they need 5 more points to even it back up. Central York, they know if they get on a run, they're still only 8 points away from maybe becoming the District 3 champs. They have to get it now.
So if you're Hempfield, you just want to put this one away as fast as humanly possible.
Yeah.
You don't want to have this going to 26, 27 points ago. Because that point, one mistake, and you've lost the district title there.
Yep. Alrighty. Here we go. It's Ulrich. 5 points away are the Black Knights. Kylie Ulrich is just out.
Again, just painting the corners, knowing the caliber of opponent you have, trying to get as close to the line as possible.
That's painful. You're just so close. Now here's Brink. Christ, Bittner for Sipling as that thing hung in the air forever. And it goes down on Central York's side. Point goes to Hempfield.
That's one of the dangers of trying to just finesse it over the block. You take a lot off of it. Sometimes take a little too much off of it, and it can't even clear the net.
Krowiski. What a block by Lugo!
Lugo is fired up.
Absolutely
rightfully
denied.
So after that one.
Denied Sydney Johnson. And Jaylene Lugo. What a set she's putting together. And now here's Krowiski up by 4, 22-18. Hempfield is 3 away from winning the set. Flood. What a job by Bittner. Then Krowiski hits it over. And a double touch. We've seen those go against Hempfield. Now goes against Central York.
Terrible timing for Central York.
Oh, yeah.
Krowiski, almost a serving specialist for Hempfield. You're getting her more chances to serve.
They're starting to...
Not what the Panthers want to have happen.
They're starting to blow set number 4 open. And that time, Johnson able to get it over Bittner and keep it alive for Central York. Deficit cut to 4, 23-19.
23-19 of Monsters Inc. cream.
Oh, God, Ben, all right. Here's Bittner. Chris blocked, but somehow Cummings got back under it, and then Flood able to kill it over to Brink.
The one-handed there.
Oh, yeah.
Done very poorly.
And Chris, again, put a ton of power on it. Cummings into the stands. Point goes to Central York. My, oh, my.
It's just, you don't even get a chance to take a breath in this game. Oh, my goodness. Two teams just going at it. Like two heavyweight boxers just slugging each other.
What else can you say? Krowiski.
You say it's wow.
Oh, yeah. Lugo. Blocked, but gets it over! And Hempfield is 1 point away from pulling even. Christ back to serve. The team captain, can she finish off set 4 and force the volleyball equivalent of Game 7? Johnson, what a jump by Bittner, but looks like it may be too little too late. I believe Bittner may have actually gone under the net there, trying to get under the ball.
That's not a call you often see there.
Yeah, you can't cross sides. Central York pulls it in 3. But still, Hempfield wins with the next point. Flood just out! Oh boy. Central York. It's been mistakes by Hempfield that have given them life once again.
Yes.
What a match. What a match this has been.
It's been just incredible.
We've been here for the past hour and 45 minutes, and we're still, I think, no closer to determining a district champ unless Central York can get a run.
We do know one thing with going here now, and these two teams are the cream of the crop.
Lugo not able to hit it in bounds, and the deficit is cut to 1, Ben, and now Central York, they're a point away from tying, and if they get 3 more, they're the District 3 champions.
Yeah, if they get 1 more point here, we'll be going beyond 25 for the second set in a row. It's exhausting.
Hempfield can still win it right here, and they will!
And we are going to a 5th set.
Claire Flood got it right down between the block. And to set 5 we go, best. We're first to 15 and still win by 2, but we're all even. Oh, man.
It's just been incredible.
Catch your breath, Ben. We're going to need all of it for this 5th and final set.
Yes. Have a few minutes here. I almost feel like I need
Meditate.
to do some yoga here and meditate a bit.
Oh boy.
It's been ridiculous.
Alrighty, well, Ben, we're all even at 2-2. I don't think either of these teams have been in a game this competitive this close this entire season. So I'm going to start on Central York's side with head coach Nate Kasey. What is the message he's giving to the Panthers right now?
Well, the message is simple. I mean, you took 2 sets from the Black Knights. No team has done that yet this season. You've come all this way. You can't lose now. I mean, this is a program, a storied program. They're consistently competing for district championships. They were given the #1 seed in the playoffs for a reason, and they need to back up that seeding right now. It's a controversial choice with the algorithm. A lot of people thought Hempfield should have been given that #1 seed. This is Central York's chance to silence the doubters.
Yeah. All right. And then head coach Andrew Ulrey, what is he saying to the Black Knights right now?
Time to put up or shut up. I mean, they've been saying that Central York wasn't the best team. They weren't the #1 seed, and they have a chance to prove it here. They need 15, maybe more, but this is their chance to back up the talk.
This
team has yet to lose. Losing is not fun. You don't want to lose, and Hempfield can go to state playoffs undefeated if they take this 5th set.
Wouldn't that be something, you know? It almost seemed like, you know, in those middle couple sets when Hempfield was down, it was almost like Chicken Little and the sky was falling, you know, for Hempfield. And then they just brought it back. They made the 2nd and 3rd sets both competitive, but lost. They were dominant, though, that 4th set. And despite the late scare from Central York, they finished it off.
Yes, and dominant, almost a relative term there. Dominance is just maybe winning by 3 inches instead of by a quarter of an inch. It's even when we say a team's dominating, a team's in control, it is such a narrow margin between these teams.
Yeah.
Just been an incredible game to watch.
Alrighty. Hempfield breaks. Central York still in meeting right now. You know, I do wonder for Central York, though, that late run they got on, does that give them some momentum heading into this 5th set?
It does give them a little bit of confidence. Hempfield would be in a much better spot here if they could have finished it off 25-20 rather than 25-23.
Yeah.
You gave Central York a little bit of confidence, and even though you came away with the win, that confidence is dangerous for a team like Central York.
That it is. Alrighty, here we go. Hold on tight, Ben. This is going to be fun.
I am holding on for dear life right now.
1st to 15 is the District 3 champion, and this is the 5th and final set. Hempfield to our side, Central York to the other. And it all comes down to this. I think you said it best, Ben. It's time to put up or shut up.
Yeah. This is where you prove your worth. I mean, big-time players make big-time plays at big-time games. This is about as big-time as it gets.
And the first big-time play is made by Claire Flood as she hits the ball right into the blockers of the net, Shorts and Johnson, and it goes out of bounds off of their hands.
And we mentioned it earlier, the first team to score in each set has won that set. A little bit of luck on Hempfield's side right now.
Will that be a good omen? Double touch, and Hempfield's got another one. That couldn't have started much better for the Black Knights.
No, Hempfield, great start.
And any little deficit is just magnified by this shorter 5th set.
And the coaches now, they're going to have a very short leash with their players. They can't afford to let somebody make 2 or 3 mistakes and get into a groove. You have to have near perfection in at all times.
Yeah, Johnson blocks the net. Ulrich and Sipling both up there. Sipling, Bittner, Ulrich blocked, and Central York's got it. It's Shaw again to put Central York on the board in set number 5. Taya Shaw, one of the 2 sophomores we've seen have an impact on today's game. It's been mainly seniors for Central York, but Shaw has made a lot of great plays. That one just goes out for Alexis Shorts.
Great decision there by Hempfield just to let that ball go out. You mentioned earlier how a lot of underclassmen making a presence felt kind of ironic. I mean, this is both these teams very senior heavy. The few underclassmen who have played have been incredible today.
Yep. Bittner, Sipling to Shorts. And off the net and off of everybody and out of play. Started off of Stifler and then went off of Argenbright and out of bounds. Hempfield up 4-1, and they have the serve. Here's Ulrich. And that one goes off of Libero. Eve Brink.
Central York with a much-needed timeout.
Yeah.
You cannot dig yourself into an early hole in this set.
All right,
it's a shorter set. You need to get the ship righted and fast.
That could not have started better for the Hempfield Black Knights. And you could just tell coming to the sideline, it almost seemed like faces of relief in a way, but they can't give up yet. This is far from over. It's still only only a 4-point deficit. When you're playing a team like Central York, that's not a lot. So it's far from over. Let's see. Central York, they got to get the ship righted. What do you think is the strategy to start doing that, perhaps?
I think one of the things they had success with earlier, after they lost the first set, they came out for the second set a little bit bigger, a little more height out there to try to control the net. Maybe they try to employ a similar strategy here. It does not look like they are, though.
Well, let's see. It is 5-1 in favor of Hempfield. Hempfield needs 10 more in order to create champions. And they got another one. It's Kristen Lugo right in the net.
Disbelief from Central York. Belief Hempfield touched the net.
Yeah, they thought that too. Oh, goodness. All righty. Hempfield is rolling right now.
Hempfield serving fast now, trying to keep the momentum going, keep up the pace.
Bittner simply can't get under. Looks like a double touch maybe from Emma Bittner once again. Gives Central York the serve back and gives them the point that they much needed. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Chris up to Lugo. Gets it over. Brink. Nice attempt by Argenbright. But it's to no avail, and then Sipling off of Brink. Back to Argenbright, back to Cummings, back to Bittner, back to Sipling. And it just goes down in, and Sipling.
Rachel Sipling.
What a match she's having.
She has been just on fire here tonight. A lot of people say she's sort of the X factor of this Hempfield team.
Oh, yeah.
A little less heralded than some of her teammates, but just as capable of those dominant stretches.
Yeah,
she's really shown that tonight.
Yeah, she's kind of their secret weapon, if that's what you want to call it. And Kowinski not quite able. And she says, that one's on me. And it was that she just couldn't quite get the spin on it to go down in play. Gives the serve back to Central York. Sydney Johnson is on it. Kowinski. Bittner, Lugo. Oh, nice job by Shorts. And then Kowinski does a nice job getting under it. Cummings setting up Flawed, but that one goes out. And Coach Acasio's getting hyped up now. He knows they're getting back in this thing.
This momentum swings violent enough to give you seasickness right
goodness.
now. This is just incredible.
These momentum shifts are going to register on the Richter scale before too long. Here's Kowinski to Bittner to Lugo. Great job by Johnson. Then Argenbright. Kowinski, Bittner. Again, Lugo went into the net. So Central York now starting to go on a bit of a run. It's a 4-1 run that they're on right now. 7-5 is the score.
Exactly what Central York needed coming out of the timeout.
Yes.
Discussion
yeah, a little bit of discussion from Coach Acasio to the referee. Meanwhile, Coach Ulrich trying to keep his team focused.
And one thing I've learned through my years, yelling at a ref is great only for getting more calls to go against you. It doesn't usually accomplish anything. It's hard to keep your emotions in check.
How about Chris over the net and off the hands of Crowell there to give Hempfield the ball right back. Needed that to get the momentum back on their side. Here is Christ. Argenbright back to Kowinski. Bittner Flood into the net, just couldn't quite get enough of trajectory on it.
Looked like Flood mid-air there, deciding to go a little further across the court than she would have liked. And because of that, couldn't quite muster the power to get it over the net as well.
And sometimes that second guessing, that can hurt you a little bit. Cummings for Whiskey, and again to Flood to make up for it, and she does.
And Central York's fans are calling for a double hit there. Did not look like one to me, but...
Well, we've seen a lot of those, but I agree. I don't think that was one there. Here comes Minnick back in. Can Morgan Minnick go on another one? She had 2 aces in set number 4. Not one here, but let's see. Nice job by Chris. Bittner, Flood, gets it over. Double touch.
And Central York fans are starting to get very unhappy at these officials.
They can't believe it. It's 10-6. Hempfield is 5 points away. Now a timeout taken by Central York.
These refs might have some fun getting out here the way some of these fans are yelling at them.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Meanwhile, Hempfield, they're just kind of minding their own business. I saw Morgan Minnick throw the ball back to the ref and then with a bit of a smirk on their face come over to the rest of the huddle. They know they're in position.
As Hempfield 2/3 of the way there, just need to finish this out now.
Yeah. Crazy to think. They were down 2 sets to 1. They had to stave off a late comeback from the Panthers in set 4. But they've dominated set 5 to this point. Here we go. Morgan Minnick.
Fans trying to get into Minnick's head, and it works there.
Just barely for Morgan Minnick. Alrighty. Give the serve to Aubrey Rensel. Rensel just goes out, and you heard it from Claire Flood. She was telling Grayson Poisky, stay away from it, it's going to go out, and she was right. And again, it's 7-11, and maybe there will be Slurpees in Hempfield's future if they can hang on.
Okay, so you are something else, brother.
But not if Emily Prowl has anything to say about it, as she is able to kill it, and Chris cannot get under it.
You mentioned Hempfield just past the 2/3 mark. Central York now past halfway, getting to that magic number of 15.
That magic number of 15 is beginning to look a little less solid right now. We may go beyond that once more. Sibling, putting a lot of power on it. Brink. What a job by Chris getting under it. And Flood, again Brink. Blocked to the net by Ulrich and Sibling, and now one of them's got to get it over. Ulrich does just that. And this long rally continues. Blocked again, Sibling and Ulrich. How about that block?
Hempfield now 3 points away. Claire Flood back to serve. They are rocking.
Oh boy, here we go. Flood just gets it over for the ace. You talked about at the top of the set, Ben. Big time players make big time plays in big time moments. Claire Flood has a chance to finish it out.
Claire Flood as big time a player as it gets.
Oh, but just goes out, and look at that!
And fans are outraged. They thought that ball was in.
That's insane!
That one looked right on the line. Just a dead 50-50 call there. The fans tending to disagree. Now the Knights just 1 point away.
All right, well, we're about to find out. We're 1 point away. Flood for the serve. Sibling, Bittner, Ulrich, blocked. Central York stays alive.
And Central York's fans right now got to be thinking, you know, they thought they should have had the last point. They got that point now. Ball don't lie.
I knew it was coming, but now, is it too little too late? Down by 5. They have to bring it back to at least 13. Sibling taps it to win the district title! Hempfield's done it! Back from 2 sets down to 1! And Rachel Sipling, as she did in the league championship game, ends it to win the district title for Hempfield.
What a game by both sides. It's an incredible job. Hempfield obviously comes out on top. Central York, nothing to hang their heads about. An incredible game, 5 sets, everything competitive. It's 2 evenly matched teams. What a game.
Wow. That's all you can say is wow. Hempfield, they were tested today like no other opponent had tested them all season. But they will take that district championship and they'll hang it up right next to the yellow league championship they got just a few weeks ago. And they will take that momentum into states. Ben, I'm just going to let you talk. Any final thoughts on what we just saw?
All I can say is wow. What a game by both sides. Great win by Hempfield. Great fight by Central York. Just wow.
Hempfield will take that momentum into states, but for now, they prove why maybe they should have been the #1 seed. But regardless, playing with a chip on their shoulder, they come into Dallastown, they beat Central York in the 5th set in dramatic fashion, coming from behind. The Hempfield Black Knights are District 3 champions. You've been watching HST TV7's coverage of Hempfield Black Knights girls volleyball. And tonight, it's all Black Knights as they reign, and they'll take another championship home back to Landisville.